game. Can we talk these, Samuel?
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
Mission clues updated. Trophy and Dishonored. I'm guessing for the first mission. Samuel the boatman has smuggled you across the river from Coleridge Prison. He works for an underground movement opposed to the legal reign of the Lord Regent, and has brought you to meet the members of the organisation. Yeah, to bloody elect my mouse Mike. I'm gonna explore a little first. Nothing over here because I missed like 1,000 coins worth apparently. Anything of worth in here? The outsider walks among us. Huh. Don't know how much of this I actually want to explore. Just because it seems like it's like the hub area anyways. And I can come back to this bit. Oh well, let's just beat the Loyals.
I'm sure the Admiral was anxious to meet you. It wasn't easy getting you here.
Welcome to the Hound Pit Pub, sir. How may I help?
Hello, sir. I am Wallace, and this is Cecilia. We have been informed of your arrival and will do our best to stay out of your way while you conduct your business.
Yes. Lydia's a servant here as well.
I'm guessing these two owned the pub way back when. Piero's workshop key needed. I'm not going to bother going away with that because I haven't even spoken to the Loyalists yet. Samuel's just out here.
So it's starting at last.
Oh.
We found our man. Even after 6 months in Coleridge Prison, he slipped out like it was nothing.
Yes. Not surprising. He was the personal bodyguard of the Empress. You've heard the stories.
Yes, I have. It still amazes me that someone could get to the Empress and young Lady Emily.
No one knows the real story, Trevor. We all have our suspicions. We'll know the truth in time.
He's strong and quick. But I hope he understands subtlety as well.
This isn't one of your fancy dress parties. The reality is that we need men killed. Have you ever killed a man?
Only with my weight. But it's a fair point as always. He'll be here soon, and I'm looking forward to meeting him.
That seems to be the end of the dialogue, so in we go. Totally wasn't in listening, gents. Oh, there's something down there that I'm going to explore afterwards.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pit's pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes. Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
That is. Right, so Piero's round there, but I really want to check what's down here. Going down. Old Port District sewer key needed. Processed whale oil, 30 coins. That's 60 coins in here. Not bad at all. There's Wallace again. Let's have a look upstairs. Anything of worth in here? Bunch of empty bottles. Oh, it's Lord Pendleton's room.
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days, but you might not remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs, back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard, I can tell you that.
The Lord Regent's the old spy master.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace! Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
So obviously he's not happy with his situation with all us common folk. And he's like, yeah, dude, did you just listen to my personal recordings?
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious...
Litany on the White Cliff. I'll read that after I speak to Lydia.
My, you must be Corvo. I am Lydia, at your service. Your room is upstairs and ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral.
Yeah, well, I'm young, bitch. Litany on the White Cliff, excerpt from a series of Overseer Invocations by High Overseer Abram Templeton. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy great waste of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire which our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes, in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbours, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. And this is just like a balcony. Bet you there's stuff down here. I should stop looking on keyhole and everything and just being like... just going in. Because we're in a friendly area, it's not going to be like enemies here. Oh, so this is just the back of the pub. Let's go speak to Piero.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now the tank of whale oil's run out. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Huh. Sokolov technology in the new age. Excerpt from the recent book detailing Sokolov's machines. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket from the tanks of the processed whale oil as they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simply enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsmen of the city watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and the wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. And we get a star shot of the southern skies. So there's places here. Circanos, which is where Corvo's from apparently. There's Bristol, Morley and Tibia. Apparently we're in the Isles as well, so I'm guessing we're in Bristol. And over here is the Pandonisian continent. Oh, 75. Piero's workshop key needed. Oh, that's probably like the other side of that. A second solution. Oh my god. Actually, it's not that long. Excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers by Piero Joplin. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, Sola Piero's remedy. Anyone did not choose, if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting the remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect, elegant in fact. And while it is true that Piero remedies and Sokolov elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. And it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov elixirs, with emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variance in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensures that it works on higher functions that separate humankind from mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River. Well, they did see he was a bit of an artist. Piero's request is denied. 2 cents. Pardon me. Bloody reading all these messages, I'm gonna have a sore throat. Piero, no! I will not sign off one of these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tivian ore. What's wrong with the metals in crystal? King's sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for you by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need these things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city's in ruins, so no one's going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Also, I like this. Easter egg. It's a portal. There's a portal there. I don't know where the other one would be, but it's a portal thing. Dead counter responsibilities. I'll read some more of these and then I'll stop after a while just because there's a lot. Excerpt from a manual on the new City Watch procedures. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters or of Jesus Christ, I shouldn't be reading these because I don't know English. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those late-stage plague symptoms called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1.5 normal pay grade. Field experiments. Excerpt from a series of lectures on natural philosophy by Piero Joplin. Of course, I have attempted to prove upon Sokolov's designs. Of course, and why not? After all, it was likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the academy. Oh, so he knew Sokolov. We are all part of a community striving to unknot the mysterious mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and the very chambers of the academy itself. Great ambition requires risk. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, the portal reference. But someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pile on a wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. And last, there's so many fucking whale vivisection. Excerpt from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female some 42 foot in length. I estimated she weighed 35 tons and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut the massive tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found a row upon row of teeth and baleen running along the upper jaw. For this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from water that was too small to be chewed. Some notes on whales. Whale oil processing. Excerpt from the founder of the Greaves Whalehouse by Ebenezer Greaves. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks with lines cast from the main ship and from several other boats. Boys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bell for some time as the men get them onto the deck and then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to the port and Dunwell, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing up the fattiest parts while it still lives. Whale oil refining station. This will be the last one, I promise. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to the supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which enables me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be held in handling the full tanks, they are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly, for once.